Hey guys, if you're enjoying the content that I'm making, please click that subscribe button. Also remember to click that bell button and make sure to tick that box to send all notifications so you don't miss out on any videos. With that in mind, let's get on with the video. What's up guys, welcome to Monchkinz Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Monchkinz logging in to bring you another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. And in this video, it's gonna be my very first Should You Pull video, and the big reason for this is basically I just watched Josephyr's important announcement on his channel. And basically the long story short is he's not going to be making any further content on his channel, at least in the foreseeable future. And if you guys are interested on why he can't do it anymore or why he isn't doing it anymore, I suggest you go and watch that video. I'll leave a link down in the description below as well. It's only about 7 minutes, so it's not gonna take a lot of your time. If you're a big fan of his and you kind of missed out and for whatever reason it didn't go in your feeds about his video, then click down in the link below and it will direct you to that video. It's a sad story, but also a happy one for him. I'm kind of sad that he's gonna be away, even though I don't really have much interaction with him or I guess any other YouTuber, DFFOO YouTuber at this point in my career. It's still sad to see one of the content creators for the game that I love to go away. And so I decided I would dedicate a video for him going away, and I might stick around and do these Should You Pull videos in the future as well. At least until he comes back. If he does come back, then I'm more than willing to give this series back to him. But in the meantime, I think having a different opinion for banners to pull, is good for the community. And I know the Broadway Sand has some sort of the same type of videos where he goes over the events and goes over the new character, what their skills, their abilities, and their weapons, and then eventually he will talk about the banner, whether it's okay for you to pull or not. But that's one man's opinion, and sometimes I watch him and I watch Josephyr as well, and then compare what they talk about. And now that Josephyr is going away, I feel like having only one person as your kind of, I guess, a YouTuber or a content creator to tell you you should pull for this or not, I don't think it's good for the community. At least there should be someone else that maybe will have a different opinion. I know there are other YouTubers out there that make content for Dissidia Opera Omnia. It's just that I'm not very exposed to them, so I can't really say if they actually do a lot of Should You Pull videos. So I decided to actually make this video again dedicated to Josephyr, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. I know this is a very long introduction, but I do just want to say my piece on Josephyr's departure. Anyway, with that out of the way, I think I can finally start this video. So first things first, you might find some similarities of what I do with what Josephyr does or with what the Broadway Sand does. It's really up to you guys whether you like it or not. There might be some differences as well. So what I want to do really here is concentrate more on the new weapons, so basically for the new characters, and I want to concentrate more on the EX weapons and your EX plus version of those weapons as well. I don't really want to concentrate anymore on old weapons, just for example like the Warrior of Light's 15 and 35 CP, but in particular in this banner I don't really want to cover that anymore. And this, at the same time, Sephiroth's 15 and 35 CP weapon, I don't want to cover that as well. I just want to cover the EX and the EX plus the new weapons, and I won't be going over a lot of the abilities of Garland and of course the abilities of the Warrior of Light, or even Sephiroth in this case. So I just want to really try and condense a lot of the information and give you guys my thoughts on the EX and the EX plus weapons, and of course the new character as well. So I guess we are going to start this off with the Warrior of Light's EX weapon, the Ice Brand. Equipping the Ice Brand will give you the EX ability Shining Wave, which is a 2-hit Brave plus HP attack. Its Brave potency is based on the shield durability values of all your party members. It greatly recovers all party members' HP based on the HP damage dealt up to 10% of their max HP. Upon recovering HP, if the healing amount exceeds the target's max HP, the excess is converted to Brave. It also grants a medium speed up for 5 turns. This has a normal recast speed, and if you are planning to obviously limit break this weapon at 1 out of 3, basically this slightly raises the Brave damage dealt with Shining Wave. The 2 out of 3, it slightly raises the Shining Wave's HP recovery limit, and at max limit break, it raises the recast speed of the Shining Wave. Now, if you decide to realize this weapon or EX plus this weapon, basically it will definitely improve the EX ability of Shining Wave. At 0 limit break, even without any limit break, the Shining Wave ability will get an overflow up to 150% of its max Brave, which is really nice because honestly, the EX ability Shining Wave for Warrior of Light is very lackluster, so it's not really used quite often. So having an overflow, it's actually going to be very beneficial, so you can do pump out some more damage than he normally does. So this is really nice. At 1 out of 3, the Shining Wave increases its number of Brave hits to 4, and increasing the total Brave potency of it as well. At 2 out of 3, it slightly raises the max Brave and moderately raises the attack of the Warrior of Light. And finally, at max limit break of its EX plus, when using the Shining Wave ability, it raises its Brave based on the Warrior of Light's initial Brave before doing a Brave attack, and therefore doing the 4 hits and then doing the HP damage. It also moderately raises the max Brave overflow limit of the Shining Wave ability, and you also get a bonus sphere, which is a full HP resist up. Basically, when your HP is at max, this lowers the Brave damage taken by 10%. So basically, what do I think of these EX plus? Well, I hate to say it's definitely an improvement, but I hate to say that it's, again, still lackluster compared to other EX plus versions. The overflow is nice, the increased potency is nice, the increase of max Brave and attack is nice. It's just that it doesn't give you that much. I mean, with Cloud, you start off with your buffs up. Even with Vincent, you start off with your buffs out already at the start of the fight. So honestly, I don't think it's that great. So I wouldn't even, I mean, I would probably EX plus my own Ice Brand, but just because I can. But looking at it, it's not like mind-blowing or anything. I'm still deciding whether to to realize my Ice Brand, or should I go for Garland instead. I really like the Warrior of Light as a character. However, this EX Plus is just so-so. Okay, so now that the Warrior of Light's out of the way, let's talk about Garland's 1535 CP weapon. Basically, I mean, these two just improved his ability 1 and ability 2, increasing their potency, extending the duration of the Soul of Chaos buff, and also granting an additional stack to the Soul of Chaos buff as well. So it's not like they're very mind-blowing stuff, so I would just, you know, they're nice to have, definitely if you're maxing out Garland. So let's take a look at his EX weapon called Balmung. So this gives you the Disaster of Chaos ability. It's basically a 1-hit melee brave plus HP attack, then it will do a 2-hit melee brave plus HP attack, then it will do a 3-hit melee brave HP attack, and finally we'll do a 4-hit melee brave plus HP attack. This will also grant Garland the Soul of Discord buff, which basically increases his attack and brave, max brave overflow limit, and delays the target by 1 turn if his attack lands. This has a slightly slow recast speed as well. At 1 limit break, it will slightly raise the brave damage dealt with Disaster of Chaos. At 2 out of 3, Soul of Discord will get an additional turn, and at 3 out of 3, it will slightly raise the recast speed of Disaster of Chaos, which I think will be in the slow department. So let's talk about the EX Plus. Now, obviously, having the EX Plus improves the EX ability. At 0 limit break, when the quest starts, Garland will have 2 stacks of Soul of Chaos immediately for 6 turns. At 1 out of 3 limit break, this will tremendously raise the brave potency of Disaster of Chaos. At 2 out of 3, increasing his max brave and his attack. And at 3 out of 3, when using the Disaster of Chaos and before the last HP attack, he will raise his brave by 20% of HP damage dealt. And the bonus sphere is a break hit raging attack. When breaking a target or attacking a broken target, it will raise his attack by 2% up to 5 times. So a total of 10%, which is a really nice bonus sphere. So what do I think of Balmung Realize or Balmung Plus or EX Plus for Garland? I think this is a lot better than the Warrior of Light, to be completely honest with you. You get a start of 2 stacks of Soul of Chaos. Basically, when you get 5 stacks of this, you basically get the plus versions of his abilities straight away, his ability 1 and ability 2. So, and if you have both his 15 and his 35 CP, it will basically, you need 1 turn. You basically use his ability 1, and this will give you like three stacks of Soul of Chaos straight away. So that means like you get the plus version on his next turn, which is really nice because of course they deal a lot more damage, and you know, it's something that you really want in all your characters, increasing their damage and their effectiveness or their efficiency. And the one other thing that I like about this is, of course, the buff that you get, Soul of Discord. Basically, you get 2 turns, and every time, of course, Garland attacks, it will delay the target by 1 turn. It's not a whole lot, but it is like 2 turns if you max limit break your weapon. It's 2 turns basically of delaying the target, which is really nice in addition. So think of it as like Lightning's EX ability, and when she's on her Ravager form, basically it will delay 2 turns. But this time, you know, Garland has to attack the targets. I guess you can say it's like Vayne's ability as well. There is delay tactics, which is always nice if you're trying to build around your party. So I would say it's a lot better than the the Warrior of Light's EX Plus. But in saying that, I think the Warrior of Light is obviously a different type of character. He's a tank, whereas Balmung looks like he's leaning towards more a DPS. So if you don't have any melee DPS characters, then Garland's probably a good choice to pick up. But yeah, if I have to compare them, which one I would pick right now, currently, I would still pick the Warrior of Light because he's a lot more flexible. He's a great Brave Battery and can also provoke, and you would be using him a lot in the early Chaos fights. Whereas, you know, there are a lot of, I have to say, there's a lot of DPS characters that you can choose from, at least more than the tanks that you can choose from. Right now, Warrior of Light is the tank to pick. And if you're picking DPS, there are Ramza, who doesn't have turn shenanigans, but will reduce your turn count because of his HP plus. And you also have Cloud, which can paralyze, which can delay, and you have effectively 4 guaranteed paralysis with Cloud. So I mean, it's not delaying the boss, but it skips their turn. So and then if you get lucky with the other ones as well, I mean, that's a lot of paralysis. So if you have Cloud already, you probably don't need Garland any longer. And I just have to say it outright, there's DPS, like a lot of you know, content creators says DPSs are a dime a dozen. So he's pretty good if you don't have a good DPS yet, especially in the new Chaos era. But honestly speaking, if you have Cloud already, it's probably not for you. Okay, so we are at the end of this video basically. Like I said, I don't want to cover the other weapons, and of course I don't want to cover Sephiroth's 15 and 35 CP as well. My final thoughts on this banner: should you pull or should you not pull? This banner is going to depend on what you have already. Like I said earlier, if you don't have a DPS character that is like Cloud, if you don't have Cloud's full kit, then Garland is a good choice. He is a good option. So, and to top that off, you can get the full kit of the Warrior of Light as well in this banner. And basically you're pulling this banner, either one, you like Garland very much and he's one of your favorites, you go ahead and pull. 2, you would be pulling this for the Warrior of Light rather than for Garland. So those are the 2 things that may be the reason that you will be pulling for this banner if you have Cloud already and his full kit. The only other reason is, if you don't have any DPS characters, you would be pulling for this banner as well. So I guess in my point of view, this banner really depends on what you have right now. If you have Cloud, if you have Warrior of Light, you can stay away from this banner. If you don't have Cloud, you can pull for this banner. Even if you have Warrior of Light, you can pull for this banner. And I don't think you like 100% should. There might be, I mean, this would still be running during, no, I think it would still be running. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it should still be running alongside with the Cloud and Vincent banner, hopefully. I can't remember on top of my head, but in any case, you probably would just pull for Cloud instead. If it's like Cloud versus Garland, I'm gonna pick Cloud any time of the day, only because his paralysis is really, really good. 4 paralysis, can launch, Meteor Rain hits like twice now. I mean, I just have to say that Cloud is a much better character, at least for me anyway. So, you know, I would pull for that. But if you're watching this video and that event is finished, then I say, you know, you can go ahead and pull. Garland is not like meta, but he is a pretty good character. He's not great, but he's pretty good. So yeah, so if you don't have, the other thing is, if you don't have Warrior of Light, you're definitely gonna have to pull for this one. So at the moment, depends on what you have. Yeah, that's it, guys. It really just depends on who you got right now. So yeah, that's my opinion on the matter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to click like and subscribe. Again, guys, I am trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber by the end of the month. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel if you have enjoyed this video, and of course the like button. And if there's other content that you liked in my channel as well, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do that. You can also follow me on the social media. Basically, I'm on Twitter and on Facebook at Monchkinz Gaming. Leave down in the comments below what you guys think of this banner. Of course, like I said, a variety of opinions is always better than one or two people telling you should you pull here or not. A lot of different opinions come about in the comment section and on Discords as well, the Discord groups and Facebook groups. They'll have other opinions saying, you know, he's really good. At least it will always depend on your situation. So this is one man's opinion, so that's my opinion. Anyway, guys, this is Monchkinz logging off, and I'll see you guys in the next level.